The United Nations is warning that the next 5 years are set to be the hottest period the world has ever recorded, as greenhouse gases and the El Nino effect combine to send temperatures soaring. The stark forecast comes in a new report by the World Meteorological Organization. It says there's a 2/3 chance that temperatures will breach the key 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold from now until 2027, or it was a 50-50 chance just last year. The 1.5 degrees Celsius target was set in the Paris Climate Accord in 2015, and it has become a symbol of global climate change negotiations. The organization has given the assurance that the rise will be temporary, but warned that temperatures could breach that target level more frequently, causing far-reaching repercussions for health, food security, water management, and the environment. And Ross Cullen joins us live from Paris with more on this story. Ross, what else did the World Meteorological Organization say at this news briefing?
Well, this is the city where in 2015 the Paris Climate Accord was signed, a real signal of optimism and hope that international organisations and different nation states can work together to try to limit the overheating of this planet. And there was some slight notes of optimism among the comments made by the World Meteorological Organization, saying that this is not a reason to give up. The fact that we might hit 1.5 degrees Celsius in terms of a temperature rise is not a reason to abandon policy, to abandon the attempts to try to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, to start with a reduction, but aiming at some point in the future to entirely scrap greenhouse gas emissions. Not a reason either to abandon the increase in renewable energy output that many different governments are trying to attain. But overall, I have to say that the picture painted is pretty bleak. The WMO was saying that it, quote, is a messenger of bad news, and the Secretary General was saying that there will be no return to the good old days in our lifetimes. He said it will be thousands of years before we get back to normal. The situation is very serious. With a warming world, as this planet gets even warmer, the sea temperatures will rise. That will cause even more melting of the glaciers, which will then cause the sea levels to increase, and that will put at risk hundreds of millions of people living in coastal cities across the world. With the decrease in the glaciers as well, that means you have less area to reflect the sun's heat back into the atmosphere. You have more dark area, dark ground, soil and earth. That also then will absorb more heat, heating the land, which will further reduce the size of the glaciers, which will then increase the sea level. The situation is very serious, as you mentioned, also in terms of other weather events. The World Meteorological Organization saying we are going to see an increase in wildfires, droughts and floods.
Thanks for that, Ross. Ross Cullen with that grim summary, reporting live from Paris.